We get a glimpse into Scully's life with Mulder in hiding, and a dark agent comes into her life asking only to speak with him.
NSA employees offer information on the Super Soldier Project, but who can the agents trust?
This is not happening. This is not happening.
I think by the end of this episode, the answer is no one.
If only they could see the episode title like we can, because the episode title is Trust No One.
Have you ever tried applying titles to your life? To moments in your life?
Soundtracks. I do, occasionally walk around with, a soundtrack buzzing. And like, does it improve my life? Maybe.
Like the Shawn Michaels theme?
Yeah.
When you enter the kitchen?
Yeah. It'll change your life right there.
Or probably Bret Hart, right? Canadian.
Can't even remember. Oh, I forgot you were a WWF guy. No, it's only
Not really.
John Cena is the only one that I remember because it got played so friggin' much everywhere that was not WWF.
Yeah. Well, you do well to learn your Canadian wrestlers.
I knew he was Canadian. I just didn't know what his theme song was. What is it? Boys Are Back?
The Boys Are Back.
Thin Lizzy Classic?
No.
It's not that.
No, Bret Hart is like that squealing electric guitar. That's really much all it is. But
I want to thank everybody for joining us on the WWF podcast, Vintage Edition.
Vintage Edition,
right.
Yes.
Where we discuss all your favorite wrestlers of the 80s and 90s.
Well, let's be fair. I mean, who wants to talk about this episode? So I think our discussion of 90s era WWF might be more preferable.
So I know you don't like this one. I do have a lot of bad notes on this. That is to say, a lot of red cards. So it's not good. I guess the fundamental question I have about it, and I guess we're getting into it now, so I'm sorry to interrupt your WWF talk, but
no, you're good.
Why did this episode need to exist? Like, what were they doing with mythology generally? Like, I feel like they needed to give Terrence Quinn something to do that wasn't in Millennium. And as much as I like him as an actor, I think he was a bad choice in this because it's like, he's so Millennium. Anybody who's seen that episode knows who that character is.
Yeah.
So I found his presence.
Well, he was a regular in that show.
He was totally regular. He was through all the seasons. He was like the right-hand man. So
it's hard for me to dislike anything he's in, honestly. I love him. I think he's got a great presence in anything he's in. So he harkens all the way back. For those of you who may or may not remember, he was first here in X-Files in
the movie.
Aubrey.
Oh, is he in the movie?
Season 2.
Oh.
Season 2, episode, whatever. And then, yes, he was
I forgot he was
agent
in Aubrey, but
who let the bomb explode on him at the beginning of the movie. So,
I mean, to be fair, Aubrey wasn't a memorable episode either.
Right. I mean, it wasn't bad, but it wasn't anyone's top.
Yeah. So, and the worst thing is, like, literally they should put a mustache on him to differentiate him from other characters, but his mustache
is a bigger mustache every time.
It's a signature thing
because he's never without it.
He always wears the mustache. So it's like,
I think the only time I've seen him without it is Next Generation. When he's a captain.
Oh, I don't even remember that.
Or an admiral.
That's probably why I didn't recognize him, because he wasn't wearing the mustache.
He's not in that show. Oh, wait.
Yeah.
Yes, he is. He just doesn't have a mustache.
He's in disguise. He's not wearing the mustache.
He's no mustache, but a lot of hair.
So, episode 6 of season 9, Trust No One, written by Chris Carter and Frank Spotnitz. So you would think it'd be good, but it is going to be another classic case of stack so much stuff into this sausage that
you want to just talk about this episode and not actually go through it. See,
I think you need to put a little meat on the bone, sir. Maybe unless you don't do the work,
No, I do. Got it.
I think it's going to be confusing if we don't put it into context.
Yeah, right. Well, before we get started, and I forgot to do this last episode, I want to raise a glass to a wonderful man who passed away July 14th, and that is Sir Sam Neill.
Oh, yes.
I was heartbroken when I woke up to that news. So here is to Sam Neill, who informed my childhood and made me want to be a paleontologist when I grew up.
Yeah.
Obviously, I followed that through.
I would have liked...
But yeah, wonderful actor. Yeah. I can't find anyone who said anything negative, and I've always loved his work. So that one hit hard on Tuesday. So just wanted to get that in there.
Well, I would have liked to have seen Montana.
Man, absolutely.
Yeah, classic actor, quality guy. Yeah, a bit of a shame.
Absolutely. Well, as far as Trust No One goes, sir, I'm ready to get into this. If you are,
I am
the
ready.
Sooner the better.
Worth noting, they have a new tagline for this episode. They haven't pulled that trick for a while. Usually a symbol of it being a mythology-style episode, so definitely it is a thing here. They're watching.
Oh, my God.
And
I'll comment on that aspect of it a little bit later.
Perfect. All right. I will shut up.
No, you're good.
I am good. I'm so good.
We open, Andrew, with a monologue by Agent Scully, writing or speaking to her son. One day you'll ask me about your birth, the miracle of your birth. The monologue is set to an artistic display of short clips and photos from seasons past, her and Mulder interacting throughout their journey together. She speaks of finding the truths he may seek and not being alone. Should he find his perfect opposite and embark on the greatest of journeys, like she has, to not let it slip through his fingers. The truths he may be looking for would be in his heart. Truths are what hold us together or keep us desperately, painfully apart. The reel ends with Scully kneeling over a man's body, a man who looks strangely like Agent Mulder.
I already hate this episode.
Credits.
First of all, talk about...
I'm already exhausted.
Talk about the nostalgia factor of going back to a what do they call it? A film reel, like a greatest hits selection, a carousel of images of better episodes.
Right. Look at all the things you'd rather see.
Look at all the fun we used to have. Remember the show you used to like?
Even her hugging him while she's in pajamas at the hospital because she's got cancer. That was a better moment for her to remember than right now.
Yeah.
But yes.
Yeah. I mean, it's, again, why do they have to have this episode? I guess we need to remind people that Mulder is still out there.
Well, okay. So this is all right. Okay. It's a bunch of... Lord, forgive me for what I'm about to
say. Come down to the dark side with me there, Mike. Come down.
This text, this character dialogue here is
you mean monologue,
what I call
where she talks to herself or us, the audience.
Yes, artful speak. This is Chris Carter's best Ridley Scott impression. Trying to impress us with words rather than actually saying something. I don't know. It's long story short, William, believe in yourself and take chances with your partner, or, you may just find yourself on the journey of a lifetime with the person you were meant to be with.
Or not.
Or not.
Yeah.
Whatever. It's just trying too hard. It's almost offensive that it's like the way she's writing or talking, whatever, is like she's just doing it to hear herself talk and impress herself, is what it sounds like. Look at the words I'm using and the way I'm constructing these sentences.
So I don't like.
I don't know. It doesn't feel like Scully. It doesn't.
So I don't like it either. And but I think I know what they're doing here, and it is the TV equivalent of a dumb show that you would see in theater, where, and this goes back to your Shakespeare. the action was basically so incomprehensible. Like the language was tough, and people didn't really watch it for the words at that time. They watched it for the acrobatics and fights and got to throw buns at the actors and stuff. But you prefaced the show with a dumb show so that you could sort of walk them through what was going to happen in relief without words. You know, they would do it very dumbed down, so that you would, when the action got going, have a sense of what you're going to see. So in this sense, what we're seeing here is the greatest hits reels remind us who these characters are, because if you're a fan of the show, you'll get what's going to happen. But if you're not, if you're coming into this cold, you're fucked, because there's so much stuff that happens here. It's like, why do we care about this Agent Mulder? Like, what is this all about? So they need to very quickly fast forward a new viewer to a place of, oh, okay, I understand. There's a danger. They've got a kid, and there's some drama being hyped up. Do I like it? No, I don't like it at all, because as you say, it's hackneyed. And of course, we do know the show. So it will offend your regular and super fan viewer.
Absolutely.
But they're watching.
And I don't even see the need to do it. I really don't. Because at a certain point, you have to be okay with letting the casual viewer go. Just.
No. Not in 2000s. That's not how you make a TV show.
I don't know. I just don't see the necessity of it. And you can do exactly what they're doing here in a much more bearable way. It's literally every word coming out of her mouth. I want to just gag her with a fucking sock, because it's just annoying. It's pretentious.
It is pretentious. As you say, it's saying a lot without saying anything. But again, its job is to set the stage. It's to set the mood rather than tell you anything. And that is par for the course with this show. It is about, revealing the mystery, but not explaining the mystery. If they did explain it, then you'd stop watching.
The biggest clue here, we don't actually get any clues about what's going to happen in this episode here, aside from the last image and the opening image. And the opening image is the security camera photo, or the image of the kind of the CTR.
Yeah.
Or CRT.
Yeah, people are watching Scully is what the messaging there.
Yeah.
And if that wasn't obvious enough, they changed the tagline at the end to say they're watching. So,
they're watching.
They are watching. Yeah. Okay, so it's going to be one of those episodes.
Well, I'm going to get started here.
Finally.
All right, Andrew. Yeah. Okay. All right. Scully arrives at Federal Grounds Internet Cafe and checks her email. Wonderful name.
It is.
For that.
Not an actual place in LA, though. I don't know where they start.
What about those server cafes, man? Internet cafes? You remember those?
I've gone to those. Oh, yeah. They were great.
They were interesting.
$5
I
for
don't know
30
if I've ever
minutes.
been in an internet cafe. I was in LAN parties. Most of them had nothing but black lights and Doritos.
And a smell. A lingering smell.
A smell of
teenage
unbathed people. I bathed, ladies and gentlemen.
Oh, of course you did.
Of course I did. She opens an email entitled, "Dearest Dana." Supposedly from Mulder to her.
Mm-hmm.
He's resisted contacting her for obvious reasons, but some unexpected dimensions of his new life are eating away at him. He's not sure he can live this way. He wants to come home to her and to William. Another woman walks in with a baby stroller. Scully's tearful, and she steels herself before she replies to him. I'm not going to go into it, but this isn't Mulder. This isn't Mulder and Scully.
Oh, really? No?
I don't doubt they have a relationship. I don't care that they have a relationship. The words are just, actually in Scully's words, they're desperately, painfully intense. And she says, I'm physically shaking reading your words, wishing it were Mulder speaking it. I mean, we're 2 minutes in. And I just want it to be over.
Ladies and gentlemen, it's going to be a long episode.
Yeah. I don't know. I'm sorry. I keep cutting you off.
No, it's okay. I'm just going to be delighted by AOL. I'm finding something to like, and that is you have 5 new messages. That was 2001 in a nutshell right there.
Yep. was waiting for, they should have had the little ICQ flower in the corner of the screen.
And
did you ever use ICQ?
I did. Oh, yeah. I seek you.
That was the cool instant messenger.
It was. It worked.
It wasn't just that freebie AOL crap.
I'm surprised. Did they have the graphic of the mail going into the mailbox? I can't remember.
I apologize. I don't.
You don't have it queued up?
No.
Well.
And I'm not going to rewind it.
I imagine they did.
Not this time.
Yeah. All right. So, yeah, he's theoretically, quote unquote, Mulder sends her an email pining that he wishes he could be with her. And she sends an email back pining that they could be together. So, hey, shippers, we hear you. We're all sad about Mulder not being in the show anymore.
I'm okay with that aspect of the show. I'm really fine with it. Either way, if they want a relationship, great. If they don't, great. But, man, I don't even believe this email's from Mulder. Like, it's just too eloquent. It'd be like, hey, Dana, Scully, it's me would be the title of that.
That's right.
That dearest Dana. Yeah. And then it would end abruptly in the middle of the
right. You wouldn't sign off. Missing you. You never do that. That way. Who is this? Yeah.
Who is this man?
Definitely not him. They should. Yeah. I mean, if we're going to start the nitpicks, surely they've got codes planned out, to authenticate they are who they say they are when they send emails. But I get the feeling that this is off script, like he's breaking protocol to send her a message. That's kind of the tone of voice that we're getting.
Does he not know that IP addresses exist?
Well, so there's a theory that, of course, this is the NSA dude who is planting this in order to provoke her to reach out to the real Mulder. But the logic on that is not sound, because surely when she did, he would say, "Why you contacted me?" And then she would realize, "Oh no."
Yeah, and we would at least get a glimpse of that happening, like his email response. What are you talking about?
Yeah.
Or
yeah.
Something like that. There's not even a hint that he doesn't know what's going on. So this email's from Mulder. Okay. I'm sorry. I love, internet theories. Great. Everyone's got them and we live by them now. So,
well, everything about this is so convenient. Like the minute she gets this email, our femme fatale walks in with the baby and starts laying the groundwork there. So this is Chris Carter and Frank Spot, and it's just arranging everything in a nice little package so that it's going to line up.
So she writes back about how bad she misses him. The woman with the stroller appears to be missing now, yet her baby sits at the counter crying. Scully glances out the window to see the woman arguing with a man on the sidewalk. She rushes back in and takes her child elsewhere. At Quantico, Scully has since printed Mulder's email and is reading it again like a teenage girl who's gotten a letter between classes from her boyfriend. Doggett and Reyes meet her in the lab.
Talk to you a second.
It's about Agent Mulder. What about Mulder?
We got a guy contacting us through intelligence channels. He keeps saying he wants to talk to Fox Mulder, only he won't say why.
Well, who is he? We don't know. He always covers his tracks. But this morning we finally got him to tip his hand. He says he has highly classified military files. Well, files on what?
These bioengineered soldiers we've all come in contact with, so-called super soldiers. The same ones threatening Mulder's life, forcing him to live underground.
Well, what does he want with Mulder?
Wants to give him the names of these super soldiers. And Mulder's the only person he'll give them to.
Well, even if this was a good idea, I don't know how to contact him.
I believe that last class we were covering petechia and evidence of death by...
Scully.
She finally relents. Doggett pulls her from the class she's tried to hide in. If we know who these super soldiers are, we can go after them. Somebody is giving them away for Mulder to come home. But she highlights it. That's right. Somebody. Somebody we don't know. Doggett just can't believe she doesn't want to check it out. She doesn't want Mulder endangered any more than he already is. He doesn't understand why she refuses to trust him or anybody. How else is she going to get Mulder home? With that, she heads back into class.
Finally.
So I think John's mission is noble, but I do have to ask, they have names, did the source offer you a way to kill them? Because great. I mean,
you find them.
You know the
great.
names.
Yeah.
What are they going to do? Kill you? Because you can't do anything to them.
Yeah, that is definitely where this episode falls down a little bit. Is we can go after them, he says. I mean, I guess you can
with
get
a
a bunch of dump
hydraulic
trucks.
press.
Yeah, they've got a plan, and you could. I thought about this. You could put them into a pit or bury them in a cement or something. Like you could have
how do
mobilized.
you subdue them?
Yeah,
I mean, at this point, how do you subdue them? They have no clue. So.
Yeah.
It is the epitome of your complaint about the X-Files in general. They go into a case with no plan.
A net and a flashlight.
This is probably them walking into a bear trap.
Yeah.
Because the super soldiers at this point have no weakness, no known way to kill them. So,
yeah.
What exactly they're going to go after, I don't know.
Well, listen, I don't mind. This is the plot hook they're dangling that they need information. At their heart,
absolutely,
they're not action heroes. I mean, they kind of are, but I like that they're vulnerable. I like that they work by outthinking their opponents. Like that was the best part of that episode I hated from the last season. The final minutes of the chase where they ended up capturing Billy Miles. But through the plan that they came up with, not just a net and a flashlight, they actually figured something out. Here, they're moving in that direction. It's a bit more high stakes, but low action. And I'm okay with that.
I'm okay with them wanting to get information. And I just think the end game of we can go after them.
Obviously.
He lays it out there. We get their names, we can go after them.
Got some issues with that, for sure.
I don't think you can, sir.
I think you need to think more about this.
There's a little bit more to it. But, all right. At Scully's apartment that night, she pulls up and gets out of her car. In the near distance, a man and woman are arguing. It's the same couple from earlier.
What a coincidence.
This catches her attention. She leaves William in her car to pursue the couple, the man taking their baby from her arms and driving away with it. Scully talks to the crying woman and brings her upstairs with her.
Yeah, but by the time she got back to her car, William was gone. Plan executed.
Yes. The super soldiers have been lying in wait, and they took this opportunity of a negligent mom.
Yeah, because, as we know, they can't possibly come out of hiding to steal this baby. Although they don't care about the baby anymore. They saw it being born and just whip fine.
I have final thoughts material that I want to cover with you.
Okay. Saving it for later.
No, I'm just putting it out there.
Cool.
So Scully brings the woman upstairs to her apartment. She offers the phone, but the woman isn't sure it's good to file a police report. You've got a problem, Scully insists. It's hard enough caring for a child, the woman notes, that Scully doesn't have a partner either.
Us single people have to stay together.
Maybe he'll come back. It's a dimly lit apartment for now. Flashes between the two women talking, smiling at each other. Sensing the porn of it all, Scully invites her to stay the night and gets her something hot to drink. I'm Dana. I'm Patty. With an I.
I'm going to let you change into something.
I'm going to slip into something less clothing-like.
I'm going to light 1,000 candles in the bathroom. We are on Fox,
it turns
after
into
all.
Donnie Pfaster's bathroom. Outside, Doggett sits with his car. Reyes pulls up behind him and gets in herself.
Hey, does it look like those are candles in the bathroom? Is there a fire going
There's
on
this
in there?
orange glow coming from the bathroom.
And now don't come any further or don't go any further is playing. What's that all about?
Do you hear R&B lightly coming through that window over there?
Is that the sound of a champagne cork being popped?
It's the sound of something popping.
Oh, bing.
Well, the source gave him a call, and he traced it to a node, 6 city blocks. The area is pretty vacant, except he gestures to a large building nearby. This one. Reyes is cautious about spooking the spook. That chance to bring Mulder home could be lost or drive Mulder further underground. They see another car pull up. A man gets out and walks down the dark sidewalk to the building they're looking at. He unlocks the door and heads inside. It's the husband, Andrew. Oh my God.
We already knew he was a baddie, but now he's a black side
Now he's
baddie.
a super baddie.
He's a super baddie.
Doggett starts to get out, and Monica stops him, again reiterating her concerns. It's okay, though. He doesn't plan on getting caught.
I'm gonna just
Which is all you need to say.
I'm just going to hold Mulder's life lightly in my hands. It's fine.
Yeah. Inside the building, the man enters a little LAN party. A dark room with a series of desks and monitors. He takes off his jacket and sits down at his desk. One of his associates swaps pleasantries, although ominous. As they finish up, the camera circles on the shadowed man to reveal his screen. It's security footage, live, of the agents crossing the street.
So
It's them. They're watching.
they're the ones that are watching. So this is what Chris Carter thinks the NSA black site looks like.
It is a room with nerds.
It is a room with computer guys, which is probably not too far from the truth, but
I'm sure there's plenty of desk jockeys sitting there. This is their life, but it's a little bit more high tech than this, probably.
so worth asking what you think of some of the framing. Because I think after this moment, we go to commercial and we come back to the security footage montage. And we started with that post credits as well. Like the director is Tony Warby in this one, and he's also one of the producers. But of course, it's Chris Carter and Frank Spotnitz. So I can't imagine this was done in isolation. Like I can't imagine this was a Tony Warby decision to cut it like this. I think it's, it's a big stakes episode. It's mythology,
Yeah,
so I'm sure there are a lot of hands in it.
Yeah, they're affecting the angles, what they want to come through. I think this is all written into the script. We need to highlight the security footage of it all, or the fact that someone's watching. We're going to have moving cameras with a CRT filter over it, so we know that something is being watched, and our agents they're not safe.
My question would be, what do you think of the decisions to cut in the rail station scene at the end at points through the episode before we even get there? Like it feels very disjointed to me. I would even dare say just confusing. I know it's foreshadowing, but I don't like it because it's trying to make a point. But I feel like if you want to make your point about they're watching, have them watch in real time. Like have them watch as the scene is progressing, as the story is progressing. Don't jump forward to this end that I don't know anything about. It was jarring and it called attention to itself in a way I didn't like.
In a better episode, the foreshadowing or the calling attention to the final scene or set would be more productive. I think it's because we hate the episode that the payoff just isn't there for us to really appreciate that foreshadowing. I think it doesn't feel very necessary because once you get to the end, you're like, well, that's not satisfying at all.
Yeah, but why did we build up to this? Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Thank you for checking in on that. I'm ready to continue.
Absolutely. More security footage. It's Scully. She's on the street somewhere checking her watch. She sees a man approach. It's the Fly!
You need to deal with that, sir.
He buzzed, literally. He clipped my face, and now he's on my monitor. This thing is fucking...
It's a well-known fact that Mike is afraid of flies.
No, this thing is... I'm telling you, it got into some mutagen or something.
Do you have a vacuum
The
cleaner?
ooze... I do, but it's upstairs. What do you want? He's looking at me. I'm just gonna let him be. Let him be. But he's positioned himself so I can't read my notes without seeing him.
You could move the window around on your monitor.
No. It's already off to the side. Anyway. All right.
I'm sending a message to Libby. I'm having her come down to deal with this.
That's fine. Please do so. Fade to the next morning. I don't even know where we're at. Reyes is asleep in her car and Doggett is reading the paper. The man from last night gets back in his car and drives off. They pursue. At Scully's apartment,
wait a second. Didn't they go into his car? Didn't they break into the dude's car? That was the whole thing.
They broke into something. Yeah, they jimmied the
man
lock.
in black was watching them on the street go down to the car, and I guess that didn't pan out anything, I guess.
Nothing. They didn't really gain any information there.
Thanks for risking Mulder's life for nothing.
Yeah. Well, Patty with an eye awakens. Scully's asleep, and she takes this opportunity to turn off William's monitor.
Oh, shit.
She looks at the child, calmly using his binky, and picks him up. Scully gets a call that wakes her up. It's Doggett. They tailed a car onto Scully's street, a guy she probably has no business with. She gets up and heads to William's room, only to find that Patty's there holding him. She draws her gun. Put him down. She complies, trying to calm him. Scully's doorknob rattles. The man is trying to break in. Just then, Doggett and Reyes appear, and he takes him down. They knock to get Scully to open the door, and he shows her the man that was trying to pick her lock. Sometime later, under interrogation, the two talk. Everything was a setup, Scully surmises. The argument, the drive off, it's a con job. But Patty claims she wants to protect William at her husband's protest. They're watching, he says. Scully draws the shades. Say it. They work for the NSA. His name is false. If they call the police, he'd be detained only long enough for another agent to come get him out. He doesn't exist as a citizen. He claims he was here to stop this very thing. They have a daughter, Joy. There's something different about her, just like William. Scully's eyes tear up. They know virtually everything about them and offer as proof a story. Months ago, Scully saw the mobile over William's crib move, as if he was spitting it with his mind. They use various forms of surveillance. Reyes suspects it's him that's been contacting them. His scope is limited, though, but he has a supervisor who he's told everything to. The supervisor started looking into it and found things about the super soldier program, things he won't tell them. He's trying to find Mulder because he's the only one who can make the connections. They supposedly want to find the truth about their babies, what they are, but a phone interrupts the meeting.
Before we get into this, which is a good clip, and I do want to hear it, I just want to say I hate everything about this scene that you've just painstakingly described. Do you have strong opinions about it? Because I do.
I'll be honest, I think this scene it's not on my radar for things I really can't stand about this episode, so please, do tell.
Okay.
Because you could probably change my mind.
Okay. My issue is primarily that they use Scully's baby as a lever anytime they want to get her amped up. And they do it in the weirdest ways. Like when she gets a nanny and the nanny turns out to be, swapping out her pills, but they're actually, helpful vitamins or whatever. So they do the bait switch bait thing, right? Where, oh, she's a baddie. No, wait, she's a goodie. And they try and do the exact same thing again here. But the worst part is there is zero reason for victim girl to go in and pick up Scully's baby. Like, is she literally trying to walk away with it? Because that's the only thing that makes sense to me, other than, like, she knows Scully's there. Like, what are you doing other than setting yourself up to get caught? And then for dude to come by and try and break in, like, this is the guy who knows Scully is in that house. So it just boggles the mind, the decision to write it this way, other than they want to have the whole setup of they appear to be one thing, but they're in fact another thing. Oh, it turns out they're part of the plot. And frankly, they have done this so many times that they'd figure they could do it better, but it falls apart here. But worse than all this is if you're actually looking to help, if you actually do have the baby with a problem like Scully does, lead with that. Why the elaborate thing, which is only going to make, like, she's literally got her gun drawn on victim girl.
Open more questions and make an already paranoid woman or agents, because they work on the X-Files, which they probably know they're paranoid at this point.
The NSA should know, like, they have cataloged the things that they know about Scully, and I can't imagine this guy doesn't have access to that. So it is very strange writing to get to this point. And I kind of get why they're trying to do it.
I think the word is unnecessary.
Yeah, there are 10 different ways they could have gotten here, and this is just very trashy.
Yep. Oh, boy.
I'm just happy the dog didn't get his ass kicked by other dude.
Yes, not yet.
Not yet, exactly.
Hello?
You've had quite an earful.
Who is this?
Because my associate indiscreetly told you we don't have names.
You've been listening to us?
That's all I could do after you closed the shades. Agent Scully.
You ever heard of the Constitution?
Yes. It's what allows foreign terrorists to live here and enjoy the American dream until time comes to destroy it. But my trespassers are the least of your concern. After what they've done to you and Mulder.
What have they done?
Actually, it's what they're prepared to do next.
I'd be happy to tell Agent Mulder.
Well, you're gonna have to tell me, because I don't know how to reach Agent Mulder.
But you reached him yesterday. You sent him an email. Would you like me to read it to you?
Well, why should I trust you? I mean, you're just a voice on the end of the phone. I'm not gonna give you anything unless I can meet you. Unless I can see your face. Are you still there?
If you think you can flush me out, you're making a big mistake.
Bus Bench Internet Cafe. Come alone. You have 20 minutes.
It's that time, everyone. The Magus Media Production sales pitch. Please check out our homepage at magusmediaproductions.net so you can stay up to date on all of our shows. Check out our Facebook group, facebook.com/groups/Magus Media Productions, both of which have our Discord link on it, where you can join us for live shows as we record them for future release. At Magus Media Prods on X, our Patreon, patreon.com/MagusMedia, where a $5 donation will help us keep the lights on and bringing you new content, and you get some stickers. Thank you for your consideration and support. Oh my God. She hangs up, clearly bothered by the interaction. She's going to meet him and asks that they stay with William. Doggett doesn't like her going out without backup, and she throws his words back at him. You said I needed to trust someone. And this is probably the dumbest person you could trust.
This is everything wrong here. Oh my God.
Forget my friends.
Yeah.
Forget the people who literally made sure I could carry my baby to term. And
I'm going to do this on my own.
Help Mulder escape. No. I'm going to trust this dude.
Before we get into the grand swaparoo here, her chasing around the city, I would like to just put into your short-term memory that Terry O'Quinn, whatever, no-name Shadow Man, has said here, you have 20 minutes to get to the bench. So she's going to have 20 minutes to get there.
Yep.
Very short time frame. So I want you to just lock that away.
I lock it away.
Okay, good.
We go now to the Internet Cafe. She sits outside on the bench. Another call. The informant plays with her a bit more, warning her of possible threats. If she varies in his instructions in the slightest, he will disappear. If a third party is watching, he will terminate contact. She must be prepared to use her weapon. There's a car across the street with the keys in it. He orders her to it. He tells her to start the engine and makes her pull out suddenly into traffic. As she voices concern about needlessly endangering lives, he tells her she can just walk away. He's doing this for her and Mulder's protection. The next series of scenes involve him directing her to an alley, swapping cars, driving into the night to a location far from civilization. He directs her to the trunk and orders her to change to the clothes inside. As she finishes, a man walks up. Put the gun and the clothes in the trunk. He starts the car with a device and drives it off. Suddenly, it explodes into a huge fireball. This has gone far enough, Scully says. Do you ever want to see Mulder again? He checks her watch. He proceeds to tell her an alarming amount of information about herself, right down to when she invited Mulder into her bed. Who gives you the right to do these things, she asks. Ignoring her question, he claims he is the future and that he risks his life being here. She can reach Mulder, and he needs to know what he knows. If not, maybe no one will have a future.
Oh,
he directs her to yet another car. If she hasn't contacted him in 24 hours, the Shadow Man will disappear. He hands her the keys, and she trudges off. So, Andrew.
Yeah.
Do we trust this guy?
100%. I trust him and his team because she had 20 minutes, or more to the point, he had 20 minutes to set up 3 cars and a car with a bomb in it in place.
Oh, no, Andrew. He's been planning this for months.
He's been planning this for months.
These cars have been sitting here. There are tickets he's just not paying.
It's true. This is his cigarette making machine that, this is him. It was just so over the top.
So I have a fundamental flaw with this episode.
Yeah, okay, just one. Sure.
As if the episode wasn't grating on my nerves enough.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
But it was about here in the episode that I'm like, these people we've got 3 people who've laid out that they've been spying on, let's just say everyone, but Mulder and Scully included, for years.
Yep.
Yet, they were all at the freaking break room when Scully and Mulder decided where he was going, when he was going there, and how he was going to get away.
Mm.
Why do they need Scully to find him? Am I?
You're absolutely right. The worst part about this is that she really doesn't have a way to contact him, and the plot MacGuffin is that they have prearranged Mulder's return. So this is the big secret that she is now going to share. It is not even about, I do have a way to contact him. It's about, I know when he's coming back. Like, this is the bait and switch of the episode, right? Which is terrible because they make such a big deal about him having to go away for safety, but yet they build in a back door of him coming back.
Right.
And so now the email makes 0 sense because if she knows he's coming back on a certain time, why does he send that email saying, I miss you so much and I want to see you?
I don't know.
It's a great episode.
I don't even know how to explain this episode.
It's again, it is classic Spotnitz Carter. Just write it fast and run it fast, and you won't have time to ask these questions. You'll forget about Act 1 when you're in Act 2. My other favorite part about this is after giving her new clothes to wear, destroying her gun and badge and old clothes in the car she drove up in, he insists on taking her watch to give it a once-over. And what? He can smell that there's a bug on it or something? He literally does nothing but look at it and decide it's okay.
It's okay.
Sure. Here you go. Here you go. Oh, that's the one with my locator.
Wait, you mean people normally take off the backs and insert listening devices?
Oh, is that a thing you can do with watches now? It's incredible.
It's like he's expecting a microphone to be just taped to it.
Yeah, exactly. Give me a little bug detector handset that he can wave over it. Give her a magnetic wand that he runs over her body. Give me something, and I'm okay with that. But that one moment of, like the watch means nothing. It should have been her cross. Give me the cross, and he's going to look at it and then reluctantly decide to give it back to her. Okay, you couldn't have a bug in that. That's fine. That's personal. That is something we can get behind. But the watch is like, what? Did Mulder give it to her? We don't know. So, yeah. And what the childhood fear of clowns? I mean, where is that episode?
I don't know.
I mean, because we've always known that Mulder's had this lifelong fear of fire. It comes up all the time. So where is her fear of clowns episode that is debilitating?
Sorry, I just had
a
fly.
It was a fly thing? I figured now.
Flew at my face. But he's off my monitor now.
This is good. It's not distracting at all.
Not at all. Well, at the FBI Academy, Andrew, Scully speaks to Doggett. He's come, fearing he's gotten her into something bad. The guy says he needs her to contact Mulder. Why? Is Doggett addressing my concerns, Andrew? No, sadly.
Yeah. He's like, why are we doing this episode again?
He knows if the one person Mulder trusts reaches out, he'll resurface. He didn't come to me, she says. He came to you. He questions if the couple are in on it. Maybe they're being used by the Shadow Man. He wants her to think about it. He seems to know everything. How can you or anyone ensure Mulder a safe passage home if that's the case? Well, they already considered that, she says. His return has been prearranged.
Lisai.
He asks her to call it off, but she's already sent for him. He's on a train, arriving at midnight. Again, he asks her to, but she refuses. She wants to see him so bad.
I want to see him so bad. It's worth him getting killed.
But Doggett just wants to make sure she gets to. That's why he's here. Scully heads out to teach, and then later that night...
That's going to be a great class. That is going to be a great class that she teaches right there. Guys, we're talking about the tibia today.
He's coming back.
I got a little something in my eye. It's a fly.
Listen, I'm going to end this one a little early. Class dismissed. I have to go to the train station. Mulder!
I've got to make a date.
She goes that night to the eerily quiet train station. Goes for a little walk fest. And we know it, Andrew.
Oh, we've been seeing it all episode.
And this is a good indication of that thing I've been telling you to watch out for this whole season. But I'll leave it at that. At the evidence lab,
jeez, you are such a tease.
You told me to keep it to myself.
Is it because is it the widescreen thing? We're now in widescreen.
No, I'm just gonna say it.
Oh, just
because I can't hold this.
All right, hold it. Hold in no more.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, I don't know if I'm nuts or not, and I don't think I am. After doing a little bit of research, my ears have not betrayed me. The mixing of the audio in season 9 is atrocious. And Andrew, I want you to watch every episode now and pay attention to the footsteps. The volume on this is so off. It's too loud. And they got a new guy to do it. I can't remember his name, but these all apparently played in. I'm going to preface this with this is internet information, so it may not be true. I could be dead wrong. But the moral of the story is whoever mixed these episodes, wow.
It could be everything was fine. All of those people that you just called out there could have done a great job. And it was literally...
They do a good job. It's just the mixing of it.
Yeah, the final output had an issue.
Yeah. I don't know what it is or how that decision got made, but someone missed it.
I think... I'm going to be the apologist in this moment, but
how dare you? You just have to be against what I'm saying, don't you?
It makes for a more interesting episode. Come on. I think that the sound of the footsteps here is used in the weird way because we're looking at it through security feed.
I'm telling you, go watch the whole season.
Thing. Okay.
It's the season.
I promise you that. I'll wait till the next one because I'm not watching this one again.
I don't even know how to explain it, but I mean, anytime someone moves, it's like the guy just got a job and anyone who passes through the shot gets a footstep.
Like watch Scully's wearing clogs.
Watch this Daimonicus. Go watch fucking nothing important happened today 1 and 2. So far, at least.
They're wearing tap dance shoes as they walk across the set.
Yeah, it's anyone who's on shot.
I'm amazed I didn't notice that.
I can't believe you haven't noticed. It is so glaring as you're watching this.
Well, as we know, you are a very audio guy. You know, you are a professional bassist as well as, you've listened to these episodes more than you've watched them probably. So I'm not surprised that you picked up on that detail.
It was a couple years ago I was watching this and I was like, this sounds awful. Everyone, I'm hearing everything. And there's no reason to. Like, it's prevalent in scenes where you don't need footsteps. There's dialogue. There's TV shows, they filter that stuff out. Your mind fills in the gaps, but they put it everywhere, and it's so loud. And then a couple years ago, I'm like, I can't be nuts. I looked it up. I'm like, Footsteps, X-Files, Season 9. And I am not the only one.
And the internet was alight with commentary.
They're like, something changed in season 9 of the X-Files, but the footsteps are a sore spot for a lot of people.
Okay, well.
And I'm glad to know I'm not crazy, but.
I will, oh yeah, I see what you're saying there.
I was at my
wildly
job
loud,
listening to it.
Said somebody in 2024. Okay.
It's funny to know. But
it is funny to know. All right. Well, thank you for telling me about that. I'm glad that the mystery of what was bugging Mike about the X-Files in season 9 has been solved.
Finally been revealed.
It's been revealed. I hope it was as entertaining for you, the listeners, as it was for me.
I hope I don't ruin the season for you all, but go back and listen to it. You will want to scoop your eyes out.
Okay.
Yes. So, where are we?
I'm ready for you to continue. Yeah.
The evidence lab. Doggett comes in. He talks to Edie Bull, who is working hard, but judging by Doggett's demeanor, wants to know if she's gotten herself into something crazy by agreeing to see him. He's got clothing and anything she can find to make an ID. Male suspect with a female agent. He pleads for a fast result, and she dismisses him.
Where have we seen her before? Because she's all over the TV at this point.
I honestly don't know.
Well, I recognize that actor, and I know this is an obvious, hey, we need a new Danny. You know, somebody that Doggett can hand stuff off to. Does she come back? Do we ever see Edie Bull again?
I don't think so. If we do, I don't. This is probably my blind spot. I can't recall.
Well, honestly, she's probably one of the better things about this episode, actually.
Yeah, she does a good job.
Yeah. All right, I'm ready
at the train station.
Ready to come in for landing. So let's start the descent.
Scully and Monica wait. No one else is around except for the husband, who spray paints a camera at Scully's request. More people begin to show as the hour nears. Footsteps everywhere, Andrew. Southbound 112 now arriving. Scully stares at the approaching locomotive longingly. All three exchange glances. The world suddenly slows. The husband pulls out his gun and seemingly aims it at Scully. Monica calls to her friend and rushes to her aid, while Scully is left to understand what's happening.
In slow motion.
In slow motion. She looks at Monica.
Slow motion.
Then to the husband. Then where he's aiming, which is past her. Through a small group of passengers waiting to board comes the Shadow Man, gun raised. He shoots the husband and then approaches Scully and Monica, who have taken cover. When he's about to fire, a bullet rips through his chest. It's Doggett. The Shadow Man stumbles and falls off the platform, landing in between the tracks as the train arrives. The train blazes past them as everyone gets their bearings. A station manager calls on his radio for the train to keep rolling despite Scully's protests. She calls for Mulder. After the scene calms down, the train passes. The platform empty, save for the three agents and the dying man who was shot. Scully tends to him as he dies. The dramatic events and her opportunity to see Mulder slipping through her fingers sent her into tears again.
No. I'm surprised she didn't turn her head up to the sky and cry out, "This is not happening."
No.
Now I need to just drill down on one egregious plot point in this particular scene, because the rest of the episode has been fine up till now.
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah. Why on earth does the Shadow Man choose this moment to walk in guns blazing?
That's the question.
I mean,
he doesn't wait till the train stops and he has a target.
No.
He starts assassinating everyone, or trying to.
And not even well.
Before he even knows if Mulder's on the train.
Yeah. I'm gobsmacked at this writing decision. I mean, I know that they cannot reveal David Duchovny because they don't have him.
Absolutely, they can't. So the train's got to keep going.
But the obvious
come up with another reason the train can't stop.
Is because there's a shootout there and they can't stop it.
And I get that, but
the obvious fix is that the husband or somebody else, maybe it's the victim woman or whatever, somebody is using the cameras to see Terry Quinn arrive and hide in the shadows. And they track him down, or he's aware he's being watched, and that prompts the shootout. It's his ambush is sprung early, and that is what happens here. But for him to just walk out and start shooting is just, I was
unbelievable.
At that point, I just rolled my eyes and just kept on rolling them for the next 10 minutes. I guess. But the other thing I would like to point out is, do you remember when Adam Baldwin's super soldier character got shot at by John Doggett?
Yeah.
Do you remember the effect of bullets upon Adam Baldwin?
No effect.
Zero effect whatsoever. Walked towards him like nothing was happening.
Yeah.
Maybe
I agree. I understand your complaint, and I'm fine with that. So, obviously, Terry O'Quinn is a super soldier.
A previous generation, perhaps.
Yeah, they approach this really weirdly because he's not hurt. He's not intended to be hurt, but supposedly, by falling into the middle of the tracks as the train comes, he grabbed onto the bottom.
And he's able to get on the train.
Able to get on the train somehow.
Yeah, I don't think so.
That's fine. Whatever.
He's a super soldier. He can do anything.
Doesn't really matter because he could have just hopped on the train as it was moving.
Yeah.
Fired his gun to get them to make the train keep rolling, and then just jumped on the train.
Could have been a great
no, it's got to be he was rolled over, and we have to see if he was alive or dead or not. But
turns out he's not dead after all. Yeah.
Whatever.
Oh my God! And then the tragic death of Dude for it's just
Well, it gets better. Later on, the police have arrived. The tracks have been shut down. No trace of the mysterious shadow man who fell onto the tracks. Doggett can't believe it. It doesn't make sense, but maybe it does. He went to run the DNA on the clothes earlier, and there's something strange about it. Some kind of weird DNA complex and something to do with iron.
I think maybe that he's not a Bowles is terrible and can't do her job. That's what the results came back at.
Yeah, pretty much.
You asked me to rush it. Well, that's what you get. When you asked me to rush it.
That's what you get. Inconclusive.
Inconclusive. I guess it's a super soldier.
Well, he is a super soldier, and Scully immediately has concern for Mulder. She rushes to the station manager and tells him to call the train. The man who fell on the tracks boarded it. And just then, train 112 calls in. They've got a jumper at mile 19. The suspect ran into Manville Rock Quarry. The agents exchange a look and head off. When they arrive, they split up, heading into the rocky terrain. They spot a man running in the distance in the dark. Doggett calls to him and identifies himself. The man pauses briefly, but carries on. Scully then gets out of her car a ways away and calls for Mulder. Through the fog comes a shadow of a man. It's the Shadow Man, Andrew.
Oh, well, that makes sense because it was a shadow.
He walks towards her and she bolts. She runs to a work site with the equipment all around. She runs to a large rock wall, a hill of crushed rock. Her way is blocked. The Shadow Man closes in. She draws her weapon. Mulder must die. Him or her son. She's had enough. What's wrong with my son? She demands. He continues, silent, but suddenly he stops. Slowly, he begins to convulse. Confusion sets in. He looks for a cause. This is a sensation he's never felt. He looks past her, nothing but the rock wall.
He's feeling love.
He drops impossibly fast to the ground. She continues aiming her weapon, unsure of what to do. The man writhes around. His skin begins to tear away and turn almost metallic. By the time his entire face has a gray sheen to it, he flies past her into the rock wall behind. She looks behind her. The wall is quiet. The man nowhere to be seen. We close now with another monologue emailed to Mulder from Scully. She can only hope he's alive because he knows what she now knows. The super soldiers can in fact be destroyed. The key to their destruction lies in the iron compound in the rocks at the quarry. She's scared for both him and William. The forces against them are unrelenting, but so is her determination. Email sent.
Yeah. What an episode.
Oh. My head hurts.
So again, trotting out Scully's baby as, Mulder must die or your baby. And I just come back to that thinking, what security has been put in place that they couldn't just walk into her apartment and, baby dead?
Yeah.
Because.
Okay. So I think we're in agreement that when the super soldier aspect of the show reared its head, the mythology took a turn. It's at this moment, though, that the words from our good friend Josh a couple short weeks ago, when he dropped in unannounced, ring in my head. Mythology gone wild.
Yeah.
And mythology for the sake of mythology. Remember, kids, rock kills. This episode.
Listen, I started rolling my eyes when Terry O'Quinn comes out of nowhere, starts shooting, when Mulder's not even on the platform yet. And they kept on rolling right to this point where it's like, okay, so Scully's going to die because super soldier and she's got a gun, which apparently she can't shoot. But then she just happens to be in the right quarry that is going to kill this guy. And I can't imagine how many gazillions of dollars have gone into the program which has created the super soldiers. I can't imagine that's just not back of the napkin math that's made these guys. They wouldn't
No one will
know,
ever think to do this. Yeah.
They wouldn't know that this iron compound or whatever is a vulnerability?
Apparently not, sir.
I mean,
or they didn't tell them.
They didn't tell them. Yeah, listen, whatever you do, don't go to any mines. Dairy Queen, A&W, okay. Rock quarries, just stay clear. We got other guys for that.
Yeah, so...
And worse.
I don't want to linger on all this.
I do need to linger a little bit.
No, go ahead.
Worse is that the final monologue implies that Mulder is the smarty who has figured out the vulnerability and arranged all this so that he could jump out and lure the super soldier Shadow Man to the place where he could get killed. Am I making that up?
Here's the question.
Yeah.
One, okay, I can believe. I'll give the episode a bone here. I can believe Mulder's done some research and maybe has come up with some information that, hey, this might actually work for whatever reason, whatever indication they would ever have that this would kill a super soldier is run to a bunch of rocks.
Yeah.
Whatever. He figured it out.
It's kryptonite.
How does he not, at this point, with Scully and Doggett and Reyes facing these things, how has he not informed them?
This is the plan. This is your net and flashlight where you can say, all right, we just need to lure all the super soldiers here. I'm going to say this is where I'm going to be at 4:00 on a Friday. They'll all come running and, with a wiping your hands motion, we have solved our problem. So.
Yeah.
Or
this episode
maybe
just grates on my nerves, man.
Maybe it's just Terry Quinn as the only super soldier that's vulnerable and the others aren't. Because the worst part is that now that we, and this is where my lack of knowledge about the rest of season 9 is showing its ugly face. I don't know whether the mine is going to be a thing that comes forward again.
Well, we'll just have to see.
We'll just have to see. Do you want my final thoughts? We'll get out of this one?
Yeah, let's get that.
I'm a sucker for Terry Quinn. I really am. And the driving all around town part of the plot is probably the best part of the episode. I mean, it stretches credulity that 20 minutes and he's got 3 cars and a bomb set up. But I'll take your idea that he'd set this up a year just for this opportunity. He's got cars all over town with bombs in them. But beyond that, super weak episode. There are a lot of plot holes. And the main one being there are tons of ways to draw out Mulder. And I guess it makes sense to use Scully as a focal point because, we got to use Gillian Anderson. But Quinn's choice to come out guns blazing before the train stop, this is just unacceptable. They do it so they can have a 4th act to the show where they get to have this showdown in a mine, but Mulder's not there and it's Scully. And I just lost interest. And this Deus Machina of the mine being able to destroy the super soldiers, I guess, but listen, here's how you fix this.
delete it.
Without deleting it, without just straight deleting it. You make the MacGuffin of the show the idea that they have discovered a vulnerability for the super soldiers. You have an informant who is coming forward to say, listen, I have just done some chemical research and I have discovered that these guys have a weakness. And he is the one desperate to reach Mulder because he's the only one he can trust with this information. And then we have our whole, machinations of how to draw Mulder out. And the bait and switch is that the Shadow Man has neutralized this guy and is using this through line to try and get Mulder, try and draw him out and then kill him. But they do discover that this information is true somehow, that there is a vulnerability out here. And they
writing the episode?
Yeah, I know. It's right there. And so it's not happenstance that they show up at the mine, but it is the site of the climax. But they get to go there through the results of their hard work and not just by a friggin' random chance. That is how you solve this episode.
Yeah.
Or make it marginally better because there's so many things about it that don't work.
Yeah. Yeah. Ugh.
Yeah, I agree.
The episode itself, I think my feelings about it are known at this point.
You've made it clear.
The surveillance camera bit, fine enough. I think this was a time when an episode like this would feel absolutely concerning. And there are true concerns, not just now, but back when it was starting to become an issue. 9/11, Patriot Act, etc. Being watched at every turn and being told to watch. Be vigilant about your neighbors, that kind of thing, because of worries of terrorism and things like that. Whatever. I mean, this was a hot topic issue, and they even bring it into the episode by saying
the Constitution is what allows terrorists to do their thing.
It couldn't be more on the nose in that respect.
Yeah.
But I'm okay with that type of X-Files episode. That's a very X-Files notion, a very X-Files plot, if you will. But that's almost backseat to the
train wreck
conclusion that they've come up with. So the framing device of Scully's emails to Mulder or their emails to each other, just please don't. Please never, ever watch this again.
Yeah.
The ultimate thing about this episode that I take away from this is Chris Carter and Frank Spotness literally going, we've made these things too powerful. We need an out.
We need a way to find our way out of this. Yeah.
There has to be a way because we've written creatures into this show that cannot be killed. We had one ground up in a garbage truck.
Yeah, and he came back.
And he came back from a single metallic vertebrae. Where do we go from here? Yeah. So let's make rocks kill them.
I love it.
I don't know.
Either that or have them be abducted by aliens and sent into space. I mean, that's
the cherry on top of this episode is the reassertion, because it's been said before, that Mulder must die or his son must die. There it is again, Andrew. Mulder has become a deity that somehow poses a threat to something, and his kid is the next best thing, or his kid is the Christ child.
Yeah.
What is happening? So
I don't even remember why Mulder is a threat to them.
Well, hold on.
Okay.
Hold on. There's no reason for this. And I cannot stop myself from asking the question, when season 8's finished, when it was wrapping up, Mulder literally waded through a sea of cars, leaving Democrat Hot Springs, where Scully just birthed William. Super soldiers everywhere. They were all over the place.
Yeah.
And they chose then not to kill the baby
or Mulder
and completely ignored Mulder.
Yeah, he's fine. We're good with this.
When season 9 started, it was approximately a day, maybe a day and a half later. Yet somehow they were already in danger.
Yeah.
When did they change their minds?
Listen, it's well known that super soldiers are capricious. kind of like the cigarette smoking man. You know, if you're inconvenient, I can firebomb you. But if you turn out to be my maybe son,
maybe I'm missing something. And Chris
not.
Carter, Frank Spotnitz, please, I urge you, email me. I will give you my phone number. Just tell me if I'm missing something. But the beginning of season 9 is like the next Monday, which is probably 2 days past. Suddenly, Mulder and William are now in danger again.
But not in too much danger. I mean, Mulder's in danger, but William, he's fine. You can leave him alone. Or with daycare with mom or something. You know, Margaret's a good protector.
Apparently, you know.
But
keep the door locked.
Yeah, that's all you need is to put the chain on the door. I'll stop these super soldiers.
I just don't get it. I don't get it. It doesn't make a lick of sense.
Yeah.
And again, it just highlights the fact that William is this godchild, and I hate every second of it. I'll reiterate saying that I'm okay with Scully's baby for whatever reason, whether or not it's a kind of a lame plot point, being the first human alien hybrid that was born from a woman. That's interesting to me, at least in the aspect of the show. But they've turned it into this religious icon that, and for whatever reason, Mulder needs to die. That doesn't make a bit of sense to me. Why? What did he do that makes it so that he needs to be sacrificed for the super soldiers to be happy? Like
he hasn't figured anything out for 9 seasons, and now he's a threat. I mean, there are several ways to sideline him, and there's been plenty of ways to kill him as well. As you correctly point out, they had their chance at the end of season 8. It's rough.
They could have turned that parking lot into a derby of some kind and just run them over countless times, crashing into each other with their cars. It could have been fun. It could have been enjoyable for them. They could have had a laugh.
Here's the plot save for why does Mulder have to go away? And the odds are by the time they're starting off season 9, they haven't figured it out. They just know he's got to go. Because all of season 9, episode 1 is Mulder's just gone. You know, I can't talk to him. He's just gone. That's all they were willing to say. And then later on, Kirsch teases that I had a conversation and told him he had to go or else they were going to kill him. So they had a couple of episodes to figure that out. And the better way would have been that Mulder is going on a research tour to figure out the weakness of the super soldiers. And he knows that when he does that, he's going to have a target on him. So he is leaving, and you can't get in touch with me because I don't want to put you in danger. That's why he's going. Not that they just spontaneously decide he's got to die, which, as you point out, is a ridiculous choice. But if they made it so that he is going to go, and then they can just periodically drop nuggets of his progress. Haven't found anything lately. You know, they could have him send, messages through the classified ads or something. And, that's their code. Would have been lovely to have that check-in by Mulder every once in a while. I miss you. I've been going to mines, and something to do with, iron ore might be a thing. We'll find out. And then this episode makes sense because it's the reveal. I have found it, and I've orchestrated a plot where we can test it out and kill this guy. That
would have been satisfying, at least in some sense, where we have no idea that this is coming. That Mulder's he's arriving on the train. Things seem dire locally to Scully, Doggett, and Reyes, but really what it is Mulder testing out a theory or something that he's come up with. That would have been fantastic.
Yeah. So look at that. We made it better.
We tried
doing our public service. Yeah,
it's strange, but I don't want to.
No, I think we've gone way over on this one. But that happens when it's a terrible episode. So,
well, Andrew, as we do. Actually, before that, do we have another thought?
We do. We have Emily saying that she has seen Trust No One dozens of times and still doesn't know if she likes it. Maybe you guys can help me decide. So
I think
maybe we have made our position clear on Trust No One. If it hasn't been clear. I welcome you to reach out to us on our Facebook group to have a little chat, and we can walk through our evidence to the court to see whether we have convinced you. I am very curious to know.
Well, as we do, feel free, if you'd like, to say goodbye to the good listeners.
Lovely listeners, thanks for hanging with us as we chop up Trust No One. And thankfully, no one will ever have to watch this episode again.
You know, I think this is worse than schizogyny. Unfortunate. And I'm sorry. Chris Carter and Spotnitz, you tried. F for effort. Thank you for listening to today's episode. If you liked what you heard, please rate and review on your podcast app of choice. Andrew and I would be eternally grateful to you fine people for helping us expand and get the word out. Also, we've got a killer group on Facebook. Feel free to join in on the discussion at facebook.com/groups/thisisnothappeningpod and become an official member of the syndicate. We do polls and we have questions for every episode to give you guys the opportunity to chime in and possibly let your voice be heard on our recordings. And please join us on our new Twitter at tinhxfilespod, no dash, to stay up to date on everything, moment to moment. Thank you, and remember, don't stop swimming.